Good morning. I'd like to call the June 19th, 2019 public meeting for regulatory matters to order. The purpose of this meeting is to take public comment on permit applications. Input only. Policy level issues will be deferred to the governing board. There is a standing opportunity for public comments on the monthly governing board agenda. Webcasting and video conferencing is available at our service centers. And at this time, I would like to confirm our connections with the other locations, starting at our Fort Myers Service Center. Okay. There she is. Melissa, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, we have no members of the public today. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Orlando Service Center, welcome. Okeechobee Service Center, welcome.
Okeechobee. Hey, good morning, Jill. It's Gary Priest from Okeechobee. We have no members of the public.
Thank you, Gary. At this time, we have a member of the public here at our West Palm Beach headquarters. Mr. Martin?
Ready for me?
Yes.
Drew Martin. I'm a volunteer with the Loxahatchee Group of the Sierra Club, and I'm here on their behalf. We're the Sierra Club for Palm Beach, Martin, and St. Lucie counties. I also am on the Conservation Committee for the State Sierra Club and on the Marine Activist Team for the National Sierra Club. As I don't see any items on reports A or B, is that what we're called now? Yeah, attachment A, attachment B. I guess I'll skip over that. I was interested in some applications, but I had talked already to your staff. So one was the Briny Breezes, which was issued, and I was told was issued by DEP, so you were not involved in that. I'm interested in the 836, which is up for a 404 permit, and when that comes in for the application, I'd like to have it on your list. Is that possible?
Yes.
Okay. The other item I was curious about is if you've had, and I talked to your staff already, so I don't know if you know anything about it, but there's a item that came up before the Planning Commission of Palm Beach County, which will be coming up before the county staff, and it's called Poets Walk, and it's in the Agriculture Reserve in Palm Beach County. So I just wonder, I guess you can't look that up right now, but I just wondered if there might be a way to find out if you have.
I don't believe we have an application.
So they go to the county first before they
Well,
come to you?
can.
Okay,
Typically, yes, but not always.
okay,
But we will double check.
Yeah.
If and when it does come in, if it's not already in, which I don't think it is, we'll add it to the list.
good, that would be great. So I had asked about the Briny Breeze application, was told that that was handled by DEP. That application has been problematic with the public in Palm Beach County, so, but since you didn't approve that application, that's not really an issue to be dealt with you. So I'm going to go down to public comment on general regulatory issues. Do you want me to sit down and get back up? Okay. All right. I don't want to violate the rules here. So as you know, there was a discussion on climate change and sea level rise at the Board of Governors, and a presentation by Dr. Gerardo and your staff member, and I don't want to butcher his name. I think it's Izaki or Iziki, the gentleman who's your hydrologist.
Akeen.
Is that it?
Washina.
Okay. And I thought he did a good job, but I wanted to, my goal is to see if we can get climate change, sea level rise, as one of the, and I'm sure you'll have to rewrite the regulations, so I don't expect you to be able to do this right away, as part of your permitting process. I think right now, when you look at flood risk, that I don't believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that you look at the risk of sea level rise, that you just look at historical, that you're looking just at historical flooding and how that has been. So you're looking at the property, you're looking at the elevations, and it's not my goal to see the district requiring a lot more fill, because that just floods surrounding areas. It's more my interest to see preservation of existing wetlands on these properties where they exist that can capture floodwater, and what is called low-impact development or green infrastructure. And 3 weeks ago, there was a meeting here at Mounts, and it was put on by the DEP Coral group. And they were, a lot of people came from different parts of this area who were involved in the planning process. Nobody from your staff was there, but maybe you didn't know about it. But the idea is to capture more of the runoff and also capture the pollutants so that there's less runoff, because of course it's impacting the coral reefs significantly. So I'm just going to use the example, and again, I'm not an engineer, I'm not a hydrologist, so I'm strictly looking as a layman, but when I go up and I drove past the particular development up in PGA area, Donald Ross Road, which was done for the pharmaceutical industry or the biotech industry or whatever. You had a large development up there. There were a lot of natural standing trees. I'm sure there was a fair amount of invasives. But when that project was done, it appears from the layman that there was a lot more runoff than before, because you didn't have any of the natural soils capturing any of the water. Now, the lakes, I know that you install ponds, but the real question is that how much of the pollutants do the ponds capture? I'm sure they capture some of it, but are we capturing enough to offset the damage that we're experiencing now? And as you know, blue-green algae, red tide are all serious problems. So those were some of the concerns that I was hoping that, and I'm hoping that the Board of Governors will get more involved, because I think that it was a mistake to take permitting away from their jurisdiction, because it gives the public less access to impact the permits, because we are not, when you can get up for a Board of Governors, they have more clout, whereas when I stand up this meeting, I don't have particular clout with you to the extent that a member of the governing board would have. So sorry, I can't think of more to say, since I know you went to all the trouble to come down, except to thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me and tell you how much I appreciate your interest in what I have to say, and I hope that you enjoy your 4th of July. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Martin, and thank you for your comments. At this time, I'll stay. Oh, okay. All right, at this time, I'd like to remind everyone that information is always available online through e-permitting. The next meeting will be on Wednesday, September 18th, 2019 at 10 a.m. And, yes.
I'm going to be out of town that day, I suppose. I mean, you, of course, you can have the meeting any day you want. I'm just letting you know that I won't be able to attend probably on Monday.
Okay.
Not that should affect your decision.
We typically have it the week after board, and that's the week after board, I guess, so we have an early meeting. Yeah, so,
Maybe I can change my schedule, but we'll see.
Okay.
I just let you know.
Okay.
I may not be there.
all right. You're welcome to send us your comments, and we'll put them in the record for you if you'd like.
All right.
Okay? All right. Thank you, sir. And right now, our meeting is adjourned.